Hello. I want to introduce you to my Kemenche. It's a unusual and rare instrument. So this is a special kind of Kemenche that was just invented recently by Peter Biffin in Australia, and he calls it the Tarhu. And it's this design for a spike fiddle that it has this cone inside of it. It's like a speaker cone. It looks like it's a very thin layer of wood that's inside of it. And this whole system of the bridge, it's like this floating bridge. And he makes all kinds of these, and he calls them all different kinds of tarhus. And he made one that was the King Kemence Tarhu, which is this is what this is, which is usually the Kemenche has 4 strings, but I have 5. And then inside here I have 7 sympathetic strings that go through the neck and down here. So it actually has 12 strings altogether, but I never play these strings. They just resonate and make it sound like dreamy and echoey. So a lot of you have probably seen me playing sitting down in full lotus, which is how I've played up until a couple months ago when I designed this long spike that just goes all the way to the ground. long spike, and so I can play standing. So, and ever since I figured out how to do this, I don't even want to sit down anymore because I just feel so good and free standing up. So the idea of the Kemenche on the spike is that instead of changing the angle of the bow to change strings, the bow pretty much stays at the same place, and I turn the Kemenche to change the strings. So, took me a second to get into it there, but that's, so you see I'm turning it like this and the bow stays in the same place. So that's what, and that way it's different from the violin. That was a Zeri piece by one of my favorite composers, and his name is Tufik Guliev, and I love all of his pieces. I just feel like I would write music like this, such beautiful pieces. So that, because in Azerbaijan they have a really strong tradition of playing the Kemenche. Doesn't look like this, but it's a different kind of Kemenche with a skin and 4 strings, and they have conservatories where people, go to the conservatory and learn the Kemenche, and there's concertos for Kemenche and symphony orchestra. My teacher, I got to see him play a beautiful concerto for Kemenche and symphony orchestra at the Hagia Sophia. Well, not in the Hagia Sophia, but it's the Hagia Ibrahimi, which is behind the Hagia Sophia, which is like never forget that night. So yeah, there's a real great virtuoso Kemenche players from Azerbaijan. Um, I started playing the Kemenche on my own, and I kind of just taught myself. I wasn't even using the spike. I was leaning it against me, and then I was mostly playing my own compositions because I'm also a composer. I read a lot of melodies and wrote a lot of melodies for the Kemenche, probably almost 50 by now melodic pieces that I perform with my groups. So I was mostly doing that, and then 5 years ago I decided I want to study with a master Kemenche player. So I found an amazing Kemenche player in Istanbul, Arslan Hazreti, who is from Iran but specializes in Azeri Kemenche, but lives in Istanbul, and he has an amazing, beautiful, relaxed bowing technique, and he's an amazing player. And then for the last 2 years, I've been studying with Imamir Hasanov, who is just phenomenal, and I can't tell you how lucky I feel to be his student. And he's been training me in music from Azerbaijan, but also this last 2 concerts that I did just last week, I did a full concert of Western classical music, and so I was playing Bach and Schubert, Rachmaninoff, and the Franck Violin Sonata, and also a few Azeri pieces. I played actually 2 pieces by Tofik Guliev that I just played for you before. And look, I still have these flowers that I got from the concert. I had 2 concerts, and one in a beautiful library near Topkapi Palace, and that was actually part of Topkapi Palace, and that is now a beautiful library museum. And then the other one the next week at a beautiful church on the Asian side called All Saints Moda, and they had the Christmas lights, and I wore this velvet red dress, and it was really, my mother came all the way from the States to see it, and it was really great that I played with an amazing classical pianist who I've been working with, Önder Cebeci. And so I'll post some of those videos so you can see from the concert. So, but this is, so I just wanted to tell you about the spike. So I just bought a broom, and I gave it, there's all these, in my neighborhood, there's all these little ateliers and little guys that work, do woodwork and do specialized stuff. And so I found a guy in my neighborhood that he makes like round things of wood from wood. Like he has machines that turn and makes. So I gave him the measurements, and he made me this spike. And then I don't know if you can see, it's not really clear, but I got it decorated by this other usta guy. It's hard to see, but it's like this gold thread designs that I got. I mean, it's just a little, it doesn't show up very well. I'm still working on designing these spikes, so for the next time I think I'm going to try to make some design that shows up a little more from stage. But it's just so cool looking like this, and it's so fun to play. I just feel really free. So that's the Kemenche. All right. See you later.